Hey everyone, it's your girl Melissadstar and welcome back to my channel. Today is Valentine's Day, so I'm going out to dinner tonight with my husband. So I'm going to be doing my makeup and you can all watch. This time I actually have a lot more products to work with because last time I didn't have so many products and I just worked with what I had. But I think you'll like what I'm going to be using today a lot more. So go check out that video so you can compare both. First, I'm going to be using this Touch and Soul Skin Balm. I suppose it technically works as a primer, but let's see. I think I'm going to put another primer on other than this. This is what it looks like. It feels so smooth. It definitely has like a moisturizing effect. So that definitely has a nice like tacky feel to it. So I'm guessing it'll help my foundation stay on nicely for the whole night. But just in case, I really want to use this Professionals. By the way, I'm definitely not a makeup artist. I just do what I feel like works for my face. And this feels nice. Next, I'm going to be doing foundation. So I have NARS. It's my favorite foundation. I'm sure there's some other good ones that would work for me, but I really just always go back to NARS. The color I originally was using was Stromboli, and this is medium 3, and that's why it looks old and like dirty, but there's still product in here. It looks so empty, but it definitely has product in it. I'm just shaking it up with my damp beauty blender. I'm going to be applying my foundation right now. So I put like 2 full pumps pretty much to start. I like to get my lids too. Some people don't get under their eyes, some people don't put the makeup on their lids because they just don't believe in it. They like to put like only eyeshadow primer on their lid and only concealer or color corrector and concealer under their eye. But I like to get as much help as I can get, so I put foundation on both. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We can move on to the next step. So for my cream contour, I'm still using the Jordana Sculpt and Go, and it's in the color 3 Deep. Now I'm going to put it on my nose. So I used to just go make 2 parallel lines where I want to make my nose slimmer and then one under to make it like a cute button nose type of look. But I just saw this thing where if you go like this down, kind of like a V towards where the little underneath part is, I don't know what it does, but I kind of liked it when I tried it the other day. With the butt end, I'm gonna start blending this in. So for the cheek area, I try not to blend down because obviously I want my cheeks to be like, so if I go down it'll just look really muddy. But if I can go up, it'll do a nice job of lifting my cheekbone. By the way, my sponge is still damp. If you use a dry sponge, it literally like picks up your cream products and just makes them disappear. And your skin will look mad blotchy. And that's not what you want. You just want to keep tapping. Make it all nice and seamless. The next product is my concealer, and it's by Laura Mercier. It is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, and it's in the color 3W. Like my foundation, I've tried tons of different concealers, and this one just seems to work the best for me. I have dark circles, especially when I don't get a lot of sleep, like having my newborn, and I definitely like to cover it up as much as I can. This color is pretty close to my foundation color, but it's definitely still lighter because I want to brighten that area up, but not so bright so that it's like crazy like white under my eyes. I used to do that when I was younger, when I was like a teenager. I used to think that was like a cute look. Then I got older and I was like, chill out, that looks ridiculous. Okay, I wasn't like that, my mom told me. And then I looked at the photos, like flash photography. They revealed everything. For my concealer, I like to put it under my eyes, obviously, and then I put it on the bridge of my nose, right in between where I put those parallel lines of contour. Then I drag it up to my forehead, just kind of like this, and then I do a little here, not always, but sometimes. Sometimes I put it here, you can put a little here. Just to clean up the contour a little bit. I'm going to put a little here too. Since it's so close to my skin tone, it doesn't make a huge deal where I put it. I can just use it to cover up stuff also. And I have like darkness over here, so I definitely want to cover that up. So again with the butt end, I'm going to blend. I like to blend everything before I blend my under eyes, because I like that to kind of sit a little bit, because once you let it dry down a little bit, it'll stay better. It'll stay in place a little bit better. Now with the pointy end, I'm gonna blend my concealer. I start with the outer edge because I just want it to have a really blended look. I don't want it to be like harsh, any harsh lines. And it works best if you start on the outside of your under eye concealer. Then, once I feel like I'm ready, I start going in. And this is, it might look like I have a heavy hand right now, but I'm doing it pretty soft. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now, we're going to set. We're going to set it and forget it with the translucent powder by Laura Mercier. So obviously this has been used a lot because it's got all my foundation color on it, but the product inside is still really great, and we're just going to get it ready for me to pick it up by bringing it to the center. And then I'm going to pick a spot on here, the pointy side, and I'm going to pick up some of the product. And it's kind of a lot, so I'm going to take it and use the edge of the container to take some off. So it's just like a little film of the product, just a little bit of the powder. And then I'm going to stamp it where I want it. So at this point, you do see some white powder, obviously, but I'm just stamping it around my face where I want to kind of soak it up, like it's still wet product on my face and I need the powder to set it in place. So what I do over here, where the contour is, I take the pointy side and I start at the end and I go right under my contour. It just helps to clean it up. And then with the remaining product that's on the sponge, I'm going to just kind of go everywhere so that nothing moves around when I'm about to eat. For my powder contour, I'm using the Studio Pro Powder Contour Palette by BH Cosmetics. For my contour, I'm going to use the second to darkest shade, and I'm using this angled brush. But what I like to do is just go over the areas that I already contoured. So I do my best to try to keep the powder above this line that I have. It doesn't have to be perfect just because I don't care. For my nose contour, like I said, I follow pretty much everywhere that I contoured with the cream contour. So I go over the parallel lines on my nose. And to do that, to make it easier with the powder, I squeeze this brush like this, and then I go like this with my face to kind of like, I don't know why I do that. I feel like it stretches out that area, straightens it up, gives me like a guide. Do you know where I'm going? Okay, now I'm moving on to blush, and I'm using this Tartiste Pro Glow and Blush. It looks like this, and it opens like this with two sides. I'm gonna use more of like a berry color. This is definitely more pink, more red, more berry, and another bouncing motion on my cheek. I like to do a little smile so I can be right on the apples of my cheeks. And then I just bring it back. The highlighter I'm using is the Becca in Vanilla Quartz. So this is the case. I'm going to be putting it right here on my cheekbone. Ooh. I like a lot of highlight. So I just took some more and put it under the bridge of my eyebrow. And then with my pointer finger, I take some and put it on my nose, like Rudolph. And then I go up the bridge. I can obviously do this later, but since this is already open, I just like to do it all at the same time, like all my highlighter at once. Even the inner corner one. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Take Me to Ibiza palette by BH Cosmetics. So none of this is labeled. I can't be like, go into ruby red. I'm just touching this red over here that's next to this yellow. So I'm going back and forth, like a windshield wiper. So the next color I'm using is this black color in the palette. And I'm putting that right on my lid. Off camera, I just put some more of this red color under my eyes on my eyelash line. Then I use this MAC Pro Longwear eyeliner on my waterline. It's in the color Definedly Black. I also put eyeliner on the top and I just winged it out. And I use this Tattoo Studio by Maybelline. So I'm going to continue with my other eye. The mascara I'm going to be using is this Trestique mascara. Alright, so I'm just finishing up my top mascara now. I always start with my bottom because if I do my top first, when I open my eye to like look up, my eyelashes touch my eyeshadow and then I get mascara on my eyeshadow. So off screen I applied some basic eyelashes. I think they're Ardell like wispies or something like that. So I just put that on and then put a little mascara on top. And for my lips, I'm using BH Cosmetics. It's my Ray Ray. The color is Rosy Ray. It's a liquid lipstick. To finish off my lips, I'm using this random lip gloss that I found in one of my bags from Express. My final step, because I have to get going to the restaurant before they close, is to set this look, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So that'll just help my makeup stay all night. And this is the final look. Thank you all for watching.